Okay, our boy Griffin is graduating from puppy training soon. So this video is to show how he walks on the leash. Little Franklin is with us. So Griffin walks good on the leash. He is a puller. You can see that he's pulling somewhat mildly right now because we just began the walk. In a couple minutes he'll pull a lot less. He's excited because we just started the walk. You can see him smelling the air. He has a very high prey drive, so for that reason I don't walk him on the grass. Watch the difference. See, there's no smell over here, right? But watch when we go over towards the grass. Okay, now all of a sudden he's locked onto the ground. He's not going to pay attention to me. He's only going to follow his nose, and he's going to stop at every interesting smell, and it's a big distraction. So for that reason, we want to walk him on asphalt or concrete because he'll be less distracted. So Griffin walks good on the leash. I recommend you use a prong collar like the one he's wearing. It inhibits impulsive behavior. So if he sees a squirrel or a bird, he's less likely to lunge if he has the prong collar. So the other collars, they encourage pulling, and so that's why we don't want to use them. So Griffin passed every part of his puppy training. He is a unique dog, so I wrote a big progress report about how to stop the digging and how to teach him personal space so he doesn't try to crawl up in your lap, or he's very he wants to be very close to you. So I gave some advice on how to basically put a dog bed a foot away from you and train him to stay there. He is, like I said, he's unique, right? So he does a fantastic stay. So if I put a bowl of food and I tell him to stay and I put the food on the ground, he'll stay. He'll just stare at the food. So that is how we're going to teach him personal space. I put all of those notes in the progress report. Another unique thing about Griffin is he's very ball driven. He's obsessed with the ball. So that is good and bad. It's bad if we allow that to be undeveloped. So what that means is if he's just insane about the ball, but with no structure and no training, it's going to be a big inconvenience for you in the house, because he'll always be wanting to play. So we're going to teach that. We're going to turn that into a teaching moment. And so YouTube is full of tennis ball training videos for dogs. And so you're going to practice. The first one is one that we've been practicing together, and that's the simplest one. It's you hide the ball, you put him in the stay position, so he stays, and then you go over to an area and you do it simple at first. So you're gonna hide the ball somewhere where he can easily find it, and then you say, get the ball. And then when he gets it, now the second command is leave it. So usually he just drops it for you, okay? If he doesn't, then you just offer him a treat. That'll force him to drop the ball to get the treat. And so that's how you are going to teach those two commands. Once you get those two commands, now you can play a lot of interesting games. Like I tried to put his treats inside the ball, but guess what? I took my eyes off him for a moment and he chewed the ball up. So that is a good trick to learn, but he's not there yet. We got to teach him not to eat the ball. He didn't eat the pieces, thankfully, but he chewed the ball open. So we want to teach him to respect the ball and not destroy the ball. So you can see that he's constantly sniffing the air, and I mean he's a great bird dog. He sees the birds, he sees the animals of all sorts, and he just stops and stares at them. So he does what he's was bred to do. He's a great dog. But so yeah, everything is gold with this dog. As far as, let's be honest, okay, this dog is a very it needs a lot of attention, okay? That's part of the breed. And because he's unfixed, he has a big, he has a hormonal need to be the alpha and to look for mates and to be, dominant. That the testosterone behavior. So that's just part of the. I mean, we're not going to get him fixed because he's going to breed. So we're just going to accept that this is normal for him. This is all very normal for him. So I'm super happy with this progress. We've been walking for 6.5 minutes now. I mean, the leash is pretty loose. I don't consider this pulling at all. He wasn't distracted and he did a great job. So yeah, please bring him back when you go on vacation, and that's a great time for us to fine-tune any behavior, and it would just also be great to see how he's doing. So thank you, and thank you for bringing this wonderful dog.